The oceans are perhaps the only place on Earth still filled with mysteries, waiting to be fully discovered. Covering more than 70% of the planet's surface, the average ocean depth is 3.7 kilometers, but in some places it plunges to over 11 kilometers, like the Mariana Trench. Despite the freezing cold and crushing pressure in its depths, it harbors unknown forms of life. But do we really know what lurks in such an abyss? And how was this trench even discovered? What does it have to do with the Soviet Union? And what about the two mysterious sound recordings from the Mariana Trench? Have their secrets ever been revealed? In this video, we'll explore all these questions and embark together on a journey into the mysteries of the Mariana Trench. Around 180 million years ago, during the Jurassic period, dinosaurs ruled the land, while in the ocean's depths, a colossal battle began. Two massive tectonic plates collided, slow yet unstoppable. The Pacific Plate began sliding beneath the Philippine Plate. This immense force dragged the ocean floor downward, creating the deepest scar on the spinning planet, the Mariana Trench. Stretching 2,550 kilometers across the Pacific, its deepest point reaches 10,984 meters, with some measurements suggesting even more than 11,000 meters. Imagine a canyon as wide as continents and deep enough to swallow Mount Everest whole. And in 1872, this place was about to be discovered. Chapter 1,
Bölüm 1.
Discovery.
Keşif.
HMS Challenger set sail on one of the greatest oceanographic expeditions in history. The goal was to map the seafloor, and the ship traveled about 70,000 miles worldwide, nearly a third of the distance between Earth and the Moon. At 350 points, depth measurements were taken using a weighted rope. When the lead weight touched the bottom, depth could be calculated. On one of these stops near Guam Island in the Western Pacific, they lowered the rope. The reel kept spinning for minutes. 3,000 meters, 5,000, 7,000, yet it didn't stop. Finally, it halted at 4,475 fathoms, or 8,185 meters. Silence fell on the ship. Never before had such depths been recorded. They had stumbled upon a hidden tear in Earth's surface. But here's a lesser-known fact. The depth was miscalculated as the rope bent with currents. And the mapping effort itself wasn't purely scientific. It also had military purposes, like identifying safe routes for submarine cables and naval strategy. Years later, in 1951, the British research ship HMS Challenger 2 returned with a new tool, sonar, developed in the early 1900s and used during World War II to detect enemy submarines. Sonar sent sound waves into the deep, bouncing back from solid surfaces. Much faster and cheaper than ropes, it was perfect for mapping. Challenger 2 revealed a staggering depth of nearly 10,900 meters, the deepest point of the ocean. If the 102-story Empire State Building were placed inside, it would look like a toy. This spot was named Challenger Deep, honoring the ship. Humanity now wanted to go there, to see it with their own eyes. Chapter 2, Journey to the Depths. But there was a problem. At the bottom, pressure was over 1,000 times greater than normal, like having 3 Eiffel Towers pressing on your body. To visualize it, scientists tested a mannequin head in a pressure chamber. It shrank grotesquely under the force. For a human, survival was unthinkable. In 1953, Swiss inventor Auguste Piccard sought to reach Challenger Deep with a special submersible, the bathyscaphe. Unlike submarines built for horizontal travel, bathyscaphs were designed for vertical descent and extreme depth. Early tests reached 3,500 meters. In 1958, the U.S. Navy bought and upgraded Pickard's design, creating Trieste, capable of withstanding 11,000 meters. On January 23, 1960, Auguste's son, Jacques Piccard, and U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh entered the cramped vessel. Their descent lasted 5 hours. At 3,000 feet, light vanished. Then something astonishing. Glowing bioluminescent creatures floated past, like beings from a fantasy world. Finally, they reached 36,000 feet, about 10,900 meters, the deepest place humans had ever visited. The seabed was soft, muddy, with few creatures, but one sight shocked them. A flat fish nearly 30 centimeters long. Scientists had long believed no bony fish could survive under such pressure, but here it was. Jacques later wrote, "Biologists had long wondered, could life exist in the ocean's deepest place? The answer was suddenly before our eyes. Yes, life was there. Due to stirred up sediments, filming was poor, and they had to return. Yet they had done the impossible. The US, eager to one-up the Soviets who first reached space in 1957, proudly claimed the deepest dive in 1960. Humanity had conquered not the stars, but the abyss. The region below 6,000 meters had already been named the Hadal Zone, after Hades, ruler of the underworld. Cold, dark, and almost unreachable, it was Earth's watery underworld. Perhaps this is why, decades later, the strange sounds recorded in the trench would spark theories of hidden creatures. Chapter 3. The Mysterious Sounds. In 1997, NOAA recorded a bizarre sound unlike any known whale, wave, or quake. Heard from 3,000 kilometers away, it baffled scientists. Some claimed it belonged to a colossal sea creature. Others suggested unknown geological activity. To this day, no one knows for sure. Then, in late 2014, another strange sound was recorded west of the trench. Hydrophones picked up a low hum, followed by a rising, high-pitched tone. After long analysis, scientists linked it to the dwarf minke whale, Balænoptera acuturostrata, though why it was only heard seasonally and near the Mariana Trench remains a mystery. And so, what hides in the Hadal depths is still unknown. Perhaps one day our technology will reveal the secrets of the abyss. Until then, the Mariana Trench remains one of Earth's greatest unsolved mysteries.